What's going on, everyone? So yes, we are not in the Corvette today. I was having some issues with lighting, as it is a pretty dark car in the Z06, and recently my camera's been wacky in dark light settings, but I will address this quickly and we will be back in the Corvette for some vlogs. So today we're going to be talking about the insurance costs of my 2017 Corvette Z06. Now, insurance can be a broad topic of discussion, as there are many different factors that come into play when determining what your car's policy is going to cost, such as whether you are a male or a female, your age, if you just started driving, or in a lot of cases if you are under 25 years of age, or if you're really old. Insurance across the board, the more the risk you are, the more that you're going to pay. Also considering your driving record, whether you've been in any accidents, have any speeding tickets, cell phone tickets, and so forth. Also, who your insurance company may play a role in what you're going to pay as well. So before I get into exactly what I pay for my Corvette Z06, let's just quickly take a step back on how my insurance has been with previous vehicles. Starting with my 2007 Dodge Charger SRT8 that I still have available, so if you're interested, please hit me up and I will hook you up with a great deal. I purchased that car back in May of 2013, and at that time I was 22 years old and had the insurance company Allstate. My insurance cost there started at $220 a month, or about $26.40 for the year. Now, throughout the last 8-9 years of my driving, I really haven't had anything on my record, and the only thing I really had was a cell phone ticket from 2012 back in college. Just to let you know where I'm coming from in terms of my driving record. I'm not 100% sure on how much heavily weighted being under 25 is all around the US, but living in New York, depending on most insurance companies, it's weighted heavily. So I was under 25 at that point, paying around $26.40 for the year for that car, which, hey, wasn't really too bad. I couldn't complain. About a year or so later, that $220 dropped down to about $210 a month, or about $2,500 for the year. This was with full coverage, as the car was being financed, even though I would have had full coverage on this car regardless. So about a year and a half or so into this policy, I decided I wanted to shop around for insurance to see if there were any better deals that I could get than what I was currently paying, about $210 a month, $2,500 for the year. So I went to a couple places with my policy in hand to make sure that they were able to match exactly what I had on my Allstate policy. So from the insurance shopping that I did, I ended up getting the best deal from Geico Insurance. So like I just said, I brought in my policy and made sure that was matched on my Dodge Charger SRT8, because I know a lot of people will say, oh, the reason you got cheaper insurance was because your policy probably changed a little bit that you didn't even realize. But no, I made sure everything on my policy, my deductibles and so forth, matched up to what I was getting at Allstate. And then at that time as well, I also made the purchase of the vehicle that I'm in right now, which is my 2006 Mazda 3 hatchback, as my daily driver. So combined with these two cars, the Dodge Charger with full coverage and the Mazda with a little less coverage than that, I ended up paying $155 a month, yes, for both cars, and that's about $1,860 for the year. So both of these cars, same policy match on my Dodge Charger, I was paying less for both of these cars on Geico Insurance than I was just for my Charger on the Allstate policy. So I was on that Geico policy about 6 months or so before I actually turned 25, and through a lot of insurance companies, for car insurance at least, once you turn 25, your insurance rate should be significantly better. But being on Geico's policy, it didn't change too much because you were already basically getting pretty much the best deal that you get. So I went from $155 down to $145, so saved about another $120 or so. So I was looking at around a $1,700 for the year payment for both the Charger and the Mazda. And I've been paying about $145, $146 for the last 2 years or so. So I can't really complain about my insurance costs whatsoever. So now let's get to exactly what I'm paying for my 2017 Corvette Z06. Now I am 26 years old right now, and I have nothing on my record. And before I made the purchase of this car, I did shop around a little bit just to see what I would be looking at for insurance costs. Not that that was going to play a role in whether I was getting this car or not. So as I have a Geico policy with my other vehicles, I ended up putting my Corvette on this policy as well. Full coverage, obviously, as this is financed and so forth. So I'm paying $215 a month and about $25.80 for the year. I am extremely happy, as I figured I'd be paying a lot more, as this is a 650 horsepower sports car. So I'm not going to complain whatsoever there. So like I said in the beginning, there are so many different factors that come into play to determine what your car's policy will cost you. You may end up getting a deal just like me, or even a little cheaper than me. You could be paying a little more than me, or double or triple, all depending on what your record holds. I do suggest you shop around for different car insurance prices, especially if you feel that you're paying a lot of money for car insurance, unless you just happen to be like a Subaru WRX or STI, because the insurance on those cars are absolutely crazy. I have a couple friends that have like anywhere between like a 2009 and then even the brand new WRX and STIs that are paying like $350, $400, $450. I even know somebody right now that's paying $500 a month for their Subaru, and I'm just like, holy crap. But that's just one of those cars that's going to come into play and just be an expensive car to insure. So I hope this has provided a better understanding on car insurance, if it wasn't already, and that there are definite things that you can do and have control within to get better insurance rates. Thank you guys again for watching and the continued support. We just hit 1,550 subscribers, so thank you very much. A new modification will be coming very soon to the Z06, so please stay tuned for that. If you're stopping by for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please slap that like button. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Take care.